Kayla and Emmy Lujan.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are getting underway for basketball. Lady Panther basketball as we're about to get started with the tip-off. And opening up for Jal, this is going to be Ramirez, Nieto, Butts, Ramirez, and Talavera. As the tip-off starts the game and Jal wins the tip, gets it over to the top of the arc to the right and tries to drive inside. Goes in now, but is stripped of the ball. That is Nieto. And loses the ball but doesn't go out of bounds, and it will be taken over, almost taken over anyway, by Newcomb and the Lady Skyhawks. So it's Lady Skyhawks versus your Lady Panthers right here in Texico at Citizens Bank of Clovis tournament. As we get underway and have the action right in front of us. And it's going to be Newcomb's ball, but it's going to be turned over. So turnover one for Newcomb. As it goes back the other way for Jal, and it's going to be handled by Itzel Ramirez, who passes it over to Butts. Say that is not Butts, that is Talavera. But loses the ball, but it does go out of bounds, so technically a turnover, but a turnover also for Newcomb. 2 for them, 1 for your Lady Panthers. As we get underway so far, 7-16. Nobody has scored as of yet. Jal in their front court trying to get something going with their offense. As we are underway in this game. Thank you very much for joining us. This is Ron Gunter, and I appreciate you being here. That one goes off the hand of Joanna Butts, and will go out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be determined to be Jal ball still. So did not lose the ball, luckily, as they're under their basket still. And it will be a kick ball on that one. So once again, going back to Jal. For the starters, it's for the Newcomb Lady Skyhawks. It is going to be Micaiah Nelson, Lithia Yazzie, along with Ba Howard. She's a junior. Delshay Hino, and Winona Nelson. And while back to action, we have a inbound pass. It is also going to be knocked out. This time around, looks like it will be off of Jal, so turnover number 2 for Jal early on in this game. And the Skyhawks have the ball. And once again, I expect to see very little fouling on this one, but you never know what's going to happen. That's why they play the game. Went off and was deflected by a Jal player and ended up getting it by Nieto. She goes coast to coast and tries for a bucket. Unable to get it, and it doesn't fall, so one miss for her so far. As back the other way, goes underneath for her teammate, but she was too close to the basket. That is Ba Howard, the junior, and Ba misses as well, but will draw the foul. So first points once again for Ba. She missed that 2-pointer, but again got fouled. First attempt is up, and it is good for the first point. So 1-0 so far in this early in this contest. Second one is up and hits the front of the rim, bounces, and does not have the shooter's touch, and will be a miss. All the way from coast to coast, tries to get a bucket in for Nieto, misses, gets the rebound, but that doesn't go in as well. And Nieto does end up getting that rebound, as it is going to be passed back to the arc. Going to drive inside. Luckily did not get that travel call. And instead it's going to be in the backcourt for Jal as she get it back to the front court. It's going to be in the hands of Riviera. And she puts it in nicely, 2-1, and a lead for Jal early on. as that one goes off. Tried to get the ball back, but too low for me as I was trying to fight with my equipment as well. But it is 2-0 in the first. Back to action we go. That is going to be a pass to the back and then right over here in front of me. A three-pointer on the right arc, and it is nothing but good. And that is for Wayana Nelson. Actually it's 4-2 now. Doubled up lead for the Skyhawks. So nice three-pointer, first one of the game. Let's see if Jal can answer with that. That is going to go under the basket and count for Nieto. She puts it in. That's a nice floater up there, a little layup. And she gets the and one. And that foul will go against the Skyhawks. So the and one, and it's in. So now, tied up, actually it's 1 point lead for Jal. As we get a steal going from Butts, trying to drive it, but instead loses the handle on it, and it is turned over, so one turnover each for each team for that one. And up and in, but does hit the back of the rim. That time, though, rebounded and put in. That, of course, is by Delshea for a nice two. And as we get the score caught up, it's a 1 point difference. 6-5, your Lady Panthers just got back in the lead again. And the one looks like, once again, for the hot hand of Nieto. So count that and the foul. And right now it's tied. Actually, it's 7-6. Jal in the lead. Misses that one, though. And it goes back towards the Skyhawks, Lady Skyhawks. It's in the hands right now of Ba, I believe. No, Delshea. Then Delshea passes it over to right, dishes it to Nelson. Nelson puts up a three and no good. And that is going to get back the other way towards Jal as they got that rebound. Off the hands of Wynonna Nelson, it will still be Jal ball, so no harm, no foul on that one as we have a couple of substitutions coming in. Tulip is going to be one of those, and the other one is going to be April Peshlaka. So we'll just call her April. Still into the basket. Jal inbounding. Gonna put up a long three, just a little bit long for Butts, but does get the rebound, does Nieto. Back to Butts, to the left on the top of the arc, goes to the center, drives in the lane a little bit, but before she uses up the dribble, he's able to dish it off, and unfortunately that shot by Ramirez, Itzel Ramirez, is off to the right, or left, and is no good. So back the other way we come for the Lady Skyhawks as she skies it, puts it back on the back of the rim for a three and no good. And it is Nieto once again for another rebound. Going across and unable to handle it with the defender on her. That was actually Talavera. Looks like she may have gotten something, hit her nose or something. She's tending to that right now. But it is a turnover nevertheless for Jal. 4 turnovers for Jal so far in my book. As the Skyhawks come back, and it is Letha Yazi who passes over to the right. Gets it inside, but does get it stolen. But not before it gets blocked away, and it is recovered, though, by Jal. And that tenacious D. And Nieto so far the powerhouse of this team as she tries to drive it in, gets it to her teammate, but unfortunately he doesn't get passed correctly. And that will be a turn. Actually, no, it won't. It will be off of a Skyhawk. So no turnover for the Panthers. 7-6 is the score right now still. as it's in the hands of Caden Lujan. Lujan in the game, going up against Bencita, or Bencinti. And from here, it's going to be a try to drive in, but it is a foul, and that is going to be for Peyton Lujan. So first foul for Deschelle, and that's the team third. That one goes out of bounds as well. Should retain the ball for Jal, and they do. Looking for somebody to get open before the 5 seconds. Does finally get it out to Riviera, but loses the handle on that one, and that is going to be another turnover for Jal, as it is about 5 right now. We go up, and that was a shot put up, and April was unable to make it happen, so nice run on that one, but it still stays Skyhawk ball. Passing it to the perimeter, gets it inside for a nice shot, but is unable to get it to go, and that was April. And it goes back the other way quickly for Jal, so that's another turnover. Actually, it's not, but Jal does maintain the ball as they go back to their front court, and will be in possession as they inbound it right there. Looks like it is Nieto once again trying to drive the lane, loses the handle, but does get blocked by Yazzie. No call though, as it is going to be an out of bounds, and will be, because it went off the Yazzie, it will be retained to Jal. Another 5 second count up, and we do get it in, but it looks like it could be a jump ball as 3 Skyhawks get around the 1 Jal Panther, and that was Caden Lujan. So possession goes for the Skyhawks. Another turnover, unfortunately, for your Lady Panthers. Hope you're enjoying this so far. I know we are, as we have a game 2. It's going to be broadcast on a separate feed. We'll talk about that later on, but right now we're talking all about this game. 7-6, Jal has a 1-point lead, and that was up, but hits the front of the rim, and that is the top of the rim that hit too. So 2 shots and no good for either one of those players. I believe one of them was actually April. So percentage on shots so far not good, but they are getting more opportunities than Jal has so far. So taking the most out of your opportunities. I'm sure that's what Gary Simmons, the coach of the Jal Panthers, would talk about, as I did speak to him a little bit today. Trying to find the coach for Newcomb to make sure I got the names right. But it was a nice meeting nevertheless. Inside it goes to April, but it is off the mark and right in front of us. And it's going to be White, so it'll be retained by Newcomb, as we have Deschelle, who's going to be inbounding the ball. Luckily, we have good connection on internet today on this building. Got it back over to the right of the arc, going back to the top, and looks like going to hand it off or pass it off to Carmen Diaz, and hits a 3. Yeah, that is going to be considered a 3 for Karma. So Karma hits strong and gets Newcomb back in the lead. Let's see how long that's going to last. As it goes into Niet. Actually, that is going to be Lujan's, Riviera's hands. And Riviera is able to put it up and put it in for 2. So Jal has an answer so far with all these possessions. Once again, another 3 launched by number 3 and unable to get that. That is Yazzie, but retained and stolen quickly though. That time around, it was Peyton Lujan. Lujan showing her basketball skills that she's stolen another one. This time it goes directly inside, unable to drive the net though, because the fact that it was knocked out of her hands before she was able to get to it. That was Caden Lujan. And it is going to be out of bounds, so no foul called. And Jow will retain because it was last touched by Skyhawk. Up and in, and a quick shot, but unable to get it. That was Charisma. Oh, we got a Charisma and a Karma here for number 4, so we got to remember about that too. But will be a turnover nevertheless for Jow. So we have a tied game right now, 9-9. As ball goes in the front court 4. We're about to run out of time here as the first quarter expires. That shot won't count, didn't make it anyway. And it will be a tie ball game after 1, 9-9. We'll be back in just a moment with more Jow Panther basketball, the Lady Panthers that is, on your HobbsAmerica.com and YouTube under the sports page of Jow.
Mamacitas in Jow has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jow, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jow, is a proud supporter of the Jow community.
All right, we're back right now, and this is going to be an interesting game because these two teams have only met. This is their third meeting so far, and the Lady Panthers have not been able to pull the trigger and get a win. The last time they played them, it was 39-32. It was a loss. That was, of course, at this tournament, and, of course, close loss, but nevertheless, 7 points, and could not get it 2 years ago. It was 50-45, and Lady Panthers lost once again to Newcomb. So looking for a little bit of justification, getting back on the winning side as well. They had a loss. Actually, they had one yesterday, so I want to continue that winning streak. And Newcomb also won yesterday as well. That's why they're here in the consolation game. Back to action, and we have a push foul, and that looks like it's going to be against Karma Nez, and that's going to be her first, but team's first as well. So, yeah, because the quarter just started. So we have Riviera going back to the perimeter, and it's going to be passed over to Itzel Ramirez. Back over to Talavera. And almost had it lost off her fingertips, but got it back. And Butts puts it up, but unfortunately goes to the back and out. And that will be another turnover for Jow in this second quarter, as it is 9-9. And it will be, as you can tell from the camera angle, I don't have a great camera angle, but unfortunately because of the facilities, this is what we get. And yeah, the second game's gonna be at the Wolverine Gym. Of course, you know that is a much better gym to broadcast. Actually, no, sorry, the arena. Tip, and it goes off the hands and goes in the hands of Butts. She stops, turns around, uses up her dribble, and she passes it off to Riviera, and then back to Butts. Butts tries to put up a three, but it's off the front of the rim, but it is rebounded by Nieto. Gets back in the hands of Butts once again for another three, but this time around she adjusted too much and went over and misses another three opportunity. This time, though, it's going to be back to Newcomb. No call. I thought there was going to be something after both players had fallen down. A shot for three missed. And Riviera trying to get that out, and it's going to be, end up a turnover for Jow. That was going to be off the hand of Jow and go out of bounds. So a bad pass from a well-defended player, as a couple of them go in as far as players. One of them looks like that came in was Peyton Lujan. And let's see, so we have Rivera, Nieto, also Ramirez, Kane Lujan, and Acosta. So we've got them all five up there. As it gets in, and it's going to be passed back and forth at the top of the arc. Now it's going to go to the left, get blocked. And that was by Ramirez. In fact, she gets it to go the other way for, that is going to be Caden Lujan. Tries to get a basket in, but instead draws the foul, which is what we like to see. If you can't get the basket, you know what they say, get the foul. And work on your free throws. 6:26 remaining, 9-9 is the score right now. And looking up here, it is going to be the second foul for the Skyhawk known as Yazi. First one is up, banks off the back and in. And that's me for Caden Lujan. So she got her first. Let's see if she can get one more from the charity stripe. And does so. So now it's 11-9. Zhao with a 2-point lead as we get back to it on this side of the court. And the Skyhawks trying to get it underneath, wasn't able to, got it past their player, and instead gets rebounded or gets taken by Butts. And that one was off the mark, no good for your Lady Panthers. Back again, we are for Skyhawk, Lady Skyhawks, and they're going to get back near the timeline, go over to the right of the arc, get it inside, and after a moment, and sorry about that, it is going to be a try attempt for, it is Ba Howard. She is a junior. She has her sister, Tulip, who's a sophomore, may show up and be in this, but in the meantime, it is Ba, who is up on the line right now to shoot two to get this back to an even score again. Back of the hoop and misses that one. And I didn't see who got the call on that for Jal, but one more shot is going to go up. She tried to drive the lane, but looked like tripped on the way up. And Ba up again, second attempt. Off the back of the rim this time, did not correct well and misses both her free throw shots. Back the other way quickly is Jal. That was a shot attempt that was set up and attempted by Peyton Lujan. In fact, she was trying for the ball, and that's one of those players that's on the floor right now for the Panthers, and it will be a jump ball. It looks like it's going to be going back to the Lady Skyhawks. So 11-9 right now. So that means only 2 points have been scored in this quarter so far, and we still have 5:25 remaining. Both coaches trying to get some offense, and there is a steal right there, and let's see if we can go all the way. And she does lay it up, so she stole the ball and got it in for two. That was Peyton Lujan. It looks like we're going to have a timeout on the court as well. Yes, indeed, as Coach Nathan Brady wants to make sure that things are going well. I'm going to go ahead and give you to a commercial. Be back in just a moment and continue coverage right here at Texico. Yes, it is the Citizens Bank of Clovis tournament.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
We are always happy for our sponsors. Thank you very much. Hopefully we'll be able to get them all in. Of course, we do have halftime and the halftime festivities. But right now it is a 2-point, actually it's a 4-point game. Let me go ahead and change that. I forgot about that. That quick bucket, I was going to make sure that we got that. 5:11 though. Plenty of time in this second quarter. As right now, time is 12:53, and we do have the next game afterwards. It's going to be at the other gym, so I have to make sure that we get that set up. And that is going to be for the boys. We'll be talking about that in a moment if we have the time. Right now, it is inside. Taken away, though. That is by Jal. And, man, there's injury, unfortunately, on the floor. Could be anyway. And I don't see who it is right now, but that was Itzel Ramirez who stole the ball, got it going the other way, and we have two players on each side down. So we will take a injury timeout, find out what's going on. Hopefully, it looks pretty bad on both sides. But we'll find out here in just a second. Be back in just a moment with more Lady Panther basketball.
Kayla and Emmy Lujan from Panther Energy are excited for their Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one-stop shop for backhoes, dump trucks, roustabouts, and welding. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd in Jow, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
So we have the injury update. It's Carmen Diaz for the Skyhawks, and for your Lady Panthers, unfortunately, it is Nieto. She was hurt, and she's been tended to right now. Still, she was able to walk it off, but still was in pain when walking. So hopefully she will be back. She's been one of the spark plugs of this team so far during this game, and I'm sure she's been a spark plug during this tournament as well. Going back to action, though, Newcomb does have the ball and goes to the right. Actually, it's the left of the arc. Gets it inside. They do that pretty well, but unable to get past that Jowl defense. And up and in, an up and not in for three, and that was put up by Nelson. But a quick reach, and that is going to be going towards Jowl still. So Jowl retains the ball, and it will be Ramirez taking it down the court. And across the timeline, getting it over to the left of the arc, gets it inside now, drive it in, puts up a shot for Peyton Lujan, but unable to get it. And the rebound so quickly went to Newcomb, who puts it in the way, but not a good shooter's touch, and misses that one as it rolls out. But a three shot off the back of the rim, and once again, taken by Jowl. A bad pass, and it is taken care of, though, thankfully, and that was by Kaden Lujan, the 8th grader. So she's doing well, considering as how she doesn't have the experience some of her teammate has. But unfortunately, that is going to be a bad pass and a turnover as it goes out of bounds. Newcomb ball. 13-9. It is 3:35 to go in this game, as that is a three-pointer up and out. But they're going to try again, uncontested once again. This time it does drop in. She does have the shooter's touch for that, and that was for Newcomb. And that, oh, actually it was for Nelson. So three-pointer, as trying to get an answer back for Jowl. That was Kaden Lujan, who ends up drawing the foul, which again is can be a good thing as long as you capitalize on it. 12-12 is the score right now, actually 13-12. I've got that right. And we have 3 fouls against the Newcomb Skyhawks. They are the hometown, or the home team in this game. As it gets into Riviera's hands, and she tries just a short shot, though, unfortunately, and does get returned. Actually, the rebound is for Newcomb and Tulip, who is in the game. But a quick shot, no good, and it is rebounded by Riviera. And now loses the handle, but still retains it. Now it's been pushed out, looks like. Could not get around her defender was Kaden Lujan, but it was pushed out of bounds. Last touch by Newcomb. And the Lady Skyhawks still defending. Trying to find an opening, and it's going to go back to Kaden Lujan. This time around, though, lost. Bad pass once again, but another bad pass possibly. No, it did end up getting into Tulip's hands, and she's going to go back to the timeline to set up the offense. See her sister there possibly, and go ahead and give it to, that would be Nelson. Goes over to the left, tries to get up a 3, and that is going to be off the mark for Delshea, but does find the bucket or the basket there to make it 14-13. And Newcomb now back with the lead once again. As Butts tries to drive it in, looks like she will, and gets it up and in. Nice shot to get the lead back for your Lady Panthers. So sometimes rebounds do not matter when you make the shot the first time around. This time, a 3 put up to the front. Tulip doesn't get it, and it is going to be Tulip once again. Rebound on that one and unable to make that shot happen. Goes back to the timeline once again, possibly another three, and I knew this team would try to get a lot of threes. Over, missed it badly, and of course Nelson was unhappy with that shot and slaps the floor. And this is going to be another timeout. This time, though, by Jal. We're going to take one with it as we continue and make sure that we got everything correct. 1:15 to go with this first half, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Iron Horse. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Once again, we are thankful and proud of our sponsors, and we're going to continue to be proud of our Lady Panthers as well as our Panthers. This time around, though, Sakin quickly and brought up the court and put in for two, and that would be Deschelle. So she has a nice two bucket there for the Lady Hawks. As it is going to be going back the other way. It is in the hands now, back again. It's going to be Ramirez. Ramirez tries to drive it in. Uses up her dribble. She needs some help to get it out. Butts is there and gets it knocked out of her hands. She does retain the ball. In fact, that's the second time she's able to retain the ball right there at the line. You would have thought it would have gone out, but it didn't. Instead, she gets it over to Tavera. And plenty of defensive action, so this may be a low-scoring game, but nevertheless, Riviera is up, but she gets fouled as she shoots, which is good because that shot hit the back of the rim, and it would have been no good anyway. Nevertheless, though, it puts Riviera up for two. This is their first time at the free throw line, I believe. That one went in, banked off the back of the backboard, and however you do it, that's the way you should do it. So one more to go for Rivera. And she puts it up and misses that one, but there is a lane violation, so she got lucky on that one. And we'll get another attempt. So scratch that one, doesn't count. And Riviera gets one more attempt at that free throw. Gets it up there again, same shot, but it does have a shooter's touch and goes in. And that is two. And quickly the other way, back here again are the Skyhawks. They are pretty quick on their feet. And it is now 17-16, 1 point lead for Jal as it goes right in front of Gary Simmons, the coach, and goes out of bounds, and it will be Newcomb ball. And it is passed back and forth. Finally, it's going to be hands of Tulip, who gets it over to Nelson. Nelson's going to try to see about the top of the arc, goes ahead and puts it up, but doesn't get it, and it is rebounded by Jal, but not before the buzzer ends. And Talavera was able to get that rebound, but unfortunately wasn't able to do anything with it because of time. And that is the halftime. We have 8 minutes to go, so we're going to give 3 minutes, get all the stats, come back, and tell you what's going on in this game, and tell you also what's going on in the next game as well. Remember, you're watching it right here on HobbsAmerica.com and YouTube, and it's all on the Jal Sports Network. And it looks like as we're talking, we may get Nieto back. I'm not sure. Hopefully we will, but in any case, we just wish her the best as far as hopefully she's not injured. Be back in just a moment right here. You know I'm Ron.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
As Lee County's largest independent insurance agency, Lavelle Insurance works with a large number of insurance companies. They'll do your comparison shopping for you, guaranteeing you the very best price on the very best coverage for life, health, Auto, retirement planning, commercial or personal insurance, Lavelle Insurance offers innovative solutions to protect your assets, goals, and future plans.
State Farm agent Mike Guerin is a proud supporter of JAL Athletics. The game you're listening to is brought to you in part by State Farm agent Mike Guerin. If you have insurance questions regarding auto, motorcycle, home, life, or health, or financial questions like annuities or education savings plans, call 393-4500. Mike Guerin and his staff will not only answer your questions, they'll find you the best program for your insurance needs. State Farm agent Mike Guerin. Se habla español.
An adolescent alligator is about 10 feet long, depending on climate and diet. You should stay at least one adolescent alligator 10 feet away from power lines. You should probably stay at least one adolescent alligator away from alligators too. Get more safety tips at excellenergy.com/safety. Excel Energy.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics. Mamacitas in Jow has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jow, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jow, is a proud supporter of the Jow community.
Kayla and Emmy Lujan from Panther Energy are excited for their JAL Panthers and proud of all the JAL students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one-stop shop for backhoes, dump trucks, roustabouts, and welding. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd in Jow, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
All right, back to action as we are giving you the numbers here for this Skyhawk team first. Lady Skyhawks of Newcomb, and they're also in the same area as Kirtland Central and Shiprock. So let's see what we've got here as far as numbers. The leading score right now is 4 with Del Shea. She's got 4 on in her book, and 2 with 3. Tulip came in late, didn't start, but got a 3-pointer. Also, Nelson drained a 3-pointer as well, so that's how they got that 3. They also have Nelson with a 3, and then it's April, 2 points, and Ba Howard, who started the game, just with 1 free throw to her credit. So they have the 16 points, but your Jal Panthers have 17. And how'd they do that? They got 6 off of Nieto before she got injured. She may be back, and looks like she is going to be back on the floor, so good news. She leads the team with 6 and the game, followed by Riviera with 4, 2 each by Lujan and Joanna Butts. And that gets us to our 17. 9 and 7, 9 in the first, 7 in the second for the Newcomb Lady Skyhawks. And meanwhile, 9 and 8 for your Lady Panthers. Coming on this side of the court will be the Lady Panthers. So we're going to get this started in this third quarter. As we get back into, yep, indeed, third quarter. And get underway. Looks like Nieto is going to tough it out. Ankle problem looks like from the way she is walking, but another player is stretching over there for Jal. That is Charisma Rodriguez. So delay a moment, just making sure everybody is here. Looks like we're about to get started here in just a moment. It looks like we're waiting on the referees. Yes, indeed. I don't see a single referee. So the game's being delayed right now. They're probably in the back in the eating a little bit. Now we got a buzzer going to kind of alert them and make them aware that they are needed back here. Now we have a runner going out to get them. So we have a little extra time to talk. And then after this game, it's going to be your Jal Panthers going to be playing for third place. Here comes the refs on the other side. So they did show up in time. But it's going to be Tucumcari Rattlers taking on your Jal Panthers. Both of them have a 1-game losing streak. They'll be going for third place as we get underway here. Third quarter action, and Butts gets it taken out. No call, but does get it back somehow, and before she was able to get it passed across, there will be a foul call, and actually I believe that was against her. And that's going to be her first. No, it wasn't, because it just happened to be the same number. So foul against Newcomb, first one of the quarter. That one goes up, but doesn't go in, and does draw the foul, though, for Riviera, and so she will be up for 2 for a shooting foul. And quickly on the court, or on the foul shooting side, that was called against Nelson. That's her second. And so first one for Riviera is up and in. Very nicely done. Nothing but net. And that will put them up by 2 now. One more, and that'll put them up by 3, and she does nail it. So nice going for Natalie Riviera. As it goes back the other way for Shiprock. Gets it passed over. It is in the hands of Deshay. Back over to Shea. Tries to put up a 3 back of the rim. No good. And it is Nieto once again. But unfortunately loses it. And that looked like it was put up in this time around by Ba Howard. So we'll give her that shot. And Jal coming back the other way quickly. Trying to get a defense going for Newcomb. But unfortunately unable to do so. And Nieto looking strong as she goes and hits 2 players. Unfortunately, that will be a turnover for Jal. So going back the other way. Is it a 1-point game for Jal? Going strong to the right side in the arc. Going inside, trying to get it to none other than a good player. That is Howard, Howard, but unfortunately unable to continue to hang on to it, but is able to get it to where it goes off of Jow out of bounds. So it will be inbounded by Newcomb. Getting it over to the left. Going to get it back to the top of the arc, near the timeline, gets it back to her teammate. And then inside the arc again, outside, trying to look for that three, unable to get anything going. And that is Yazzie. And it is stolen quickly once again by the red-hot Nieto, who may take it coast to coast after that steal, and does. And what a nice shooter's touch that is, as she's able to put in 2 more points, 8 for her total so far today. And she is burning up the court, even with that possible injury. So 21-18 is what we've got. And it's back in the hands now of Delche Hino. Inside, it goes back outside again for a 2-point attempt. This one is up and good for Nelson. That's her second tray of the game. And that does put the Skyhawks in the lead once again. This time around, a bad pass, but it's still taken by Butts. Gets it back over, reestablishes the perimeter as well as the offense. And it is now in the hands of Talavera. Gets it inside, but Nieto is unable to handle it, but will get a foul call, looks like, on 24. That's her third. That's April. So as we get it set up, yes, indeed, foul for April and 2 for Nieto. And I believe she's only missed 1 so far. So I'll take a moment to get you the 1-point difference. Oops, that's the wrong way. And the second one up and good as well. 23-21, 2-point difference. Jal Panthers in the lead. Yes, they are. Doing so well with 5:09 remaining. And there's going to be a travel call, and that'll go against the Lady Skyhawks. So going back the other way quickly are your Jal Panthers. That's not going to work, so we're going to get back inside quickly, and boom, that is another shot for Jal. In fact, that was Lujan, no, that was Riviera, who was able to get that quickly on the other side. Come on. There we go. To the top of the arc, to the left of the arc now, and still in the 3-point territory. They're trying to see what they can get for threes. Yazzie gets it inside, and then they just dish it in for a 2-pointer. That's April, who does get fouled on the way up. And we'll have 2 foul shots to take. This time around, it is the 3rd one for Ramirez, for Itzel Ramirez, so she will probably find herself on the bench here in a second, so she doesn't foul out with 4:30 remaining. 25-22. As April able to get that first one in. No, actually didn't. So no good. Second one. Let's see if she can make that one. And does, rolls it in, gets that shooter's touch. And it is now 25-23. Going back the other way are your Jal Panthers. Trying to get it across timeline. Do, with some no help from the defense. As it is stolen quickly, though. Unfortunately, that is by Yazzie. It goes back the other way. 3-pointer on the way, and it is in for Nelson. That is her 3rd tray of the game. So she's been red hot from the corner over there. As it is now taken away, unfortunately, Nieto, actually that was Riviera who lost the ball, and is picked up once again by Yazzie. So showing her proof that she is worthy of it. That is a three-pointer that was off the mark. And 26-25, 3:44 remaining. Goes out of bounds, and it will be JAL ball. So 1 point differential for JAL, and the Lady Panthers are behind, trying to get a 10-second violation. Needs to get it out of the backcourt quickly. Does get it out. A bad pass, though, and it does go out of bounds. So, fortunately, it does not go against JAL as a 10-second violation. Instead, it goes out of bounds and will be retained by JAL. As it's going to be Caden Lujan going to be inbounding it. Looks like it's going to go to Nieto, who's going to try to drive the lane. Instead, puts it to Riviera. Looks like it was a long two, but nevertheless missed it anyway, and I missed it too. I'm sorry. As we go back the other way. Drives the lane, coast to coast, gets the foul and the shot. That goes in. That is for Deshelle Hieno. So nice layup and a foul as well. And that could extend the lead. Right now it's to 3. Could be a little bit more. Could be 4. Yeah, I can count to 1, I can count to 2, I can count to 3, but I cannot count to 4. Kidding. All right, so yes, that is a 4-point lead for Lady Skyhawks with 3:18 remaining in this quarter, third quarter that is, as you can see. And no desperation time yet, but JAL does want to get back on the scoreboard as quickly as possible. And right now it has been a press going on from the Skyhawks, and that went coast to coast, but unable to find the net. Instead, it was the front of the rim. So shot misses and goes back the other way quickly for Newcomb. Uses upper dribble, does get it over to her teammate, and is able to put that in underneath the basket for 2 April. And there will be a timeout call for your JAL Panthers. 31-25, we got a 6-point game now. And JAL struggling a little bit in this third quarter, but still in this game. Be back in just 30 seconds as we continue coverage right here at the Citizens Bank of Clovis tournament.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the JAL Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
And we are proud of our sponsors as well as our team. The Lady Panthers right now down by 6, 31-25, with just under 3 minutes, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. 31-25 though, and this is the third quarter. Nieto was injured a little bit in the second quarter, but has been back. She's had to sit out for the rest of it and the half, but is able to, it looks like she's back to her good form. As right now it is handling the ball would be Caden Lujan. Tries to get across timeline, finally does. And will be possibly going coast to coast. Yes, indeed, and just didn't get it, but got the rebound. And will be fouled as she was in the lane trying to turn around, but she had 2 players on her. And that will go to, look like Deshelle for her second. Inside and underneath, Nieto was unable to get that layup there. It looked like a hook shot. And in any case, was unable to make it. Would have been a shame too, because that would have helped their cause. But nevertheless, goes back the other way for the Lady Skyhawks. As this time around, it is Deshelle. Puts it up, but not good. And Riviera, Nietli Riviera, is able to get the ball. Goes back the other way, and here we go. Trying to get out of the backcourt, though, is not getting any help. Finally does on her own, but a bad pass is blocked and stolen by Nelson. She puts it up and in, and that is going to be 2 to extend the lead. That's her first 2 points. She's been getting trays the whole time before. Ooh, and a bad throw. Actually, that was just a bad turnaround. She was trying to pass the ball back. And may have gotten fouled along the way, though. That is fortunate that she wasn't hurt. That was Peyton Lujan with that athletic move. Like I said, she hit the floor, but didn't hit her hard enough to be able to hurt herself. That is actually the 5th foul, so from now on, the Lady Panthers will be in bonus for the rest of the minute 46 remaining in this 3rd quarter. That is a fortunate thing that will try to help them get them back in the game. And let's see what this one happens as she puts it up and off the front of the rim. It goes to the back and rolls out. So no good for Caden on her first one, but she does have one more attempt to get this game to 1 point closer. That's 33-26, 7-point advantage for Lady Skyhawks. As it is inside and drives to the basket, but dishes it back out, and a 3 again. And she is killing it out there. That's her 4th for Nelson. And as we try to get it inside, do a good job, but unfortunately unable to find the bottom of the bucket. And it goes back again to the Skyhawks, Lady Skyhawks. And a 3 attempt, no good. As it is rebounded quickly though, and put up. And missed though by Riviera. But Riviera actually goes off the hands, looks like, of Deschelle. So Jow will be able to retain possession, but not before. It's a 36-26, so a 10-point difference as that one goes up, and it is no good, but rebounded by Riviera. And looks like another foul, so that will mean that Riviera is going to go to the line. Looks like that was the first one for the 3-point shooter known as Nelson. So, Lady Panthers getting some opportunities on the line, try to get back into this game, but unfortunately not able to make the most of it. That one went off the side. Didn't have much of a chance. One more shot, though, to go with a 10-point lead now, and Jow wanting to get out of that, try to get back down to a single digit before halftime. Sorry, 3rd quarter ends. And is able to get 1 out of 2, so it is 9 points right now. And it has 51 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter. Waiting to see if they can get a shot. Could be the last one, you never know. But that is up in 3 for number 3. That is Yazi. And will get it, and Rivera is able to get that. Back over the other way quickly. He's going to drive, get into Nieto. Tries to get a shot, but misses. Just wasn't strong enough. And may have had a late whistle. Yes, indeed. Whether it be on the shot or not, it doesn't really matter actually, because it will be if it's against. Well, actually, I guess it was against Jow, so that'll be number 3 for Riviera, and it goes back to Newcomb. That was a hold foul on that one. So once again, slowing the roll on this one with 17 seconds left. Yeah, they're going to try to see about possibly getting the last shot. No, instead puts up a 3 uncontested off the front of the rim. And gets back, rebounded once and twice. And that is going to be for April. She misses the first one and gets rebound before a foul. Or maybe it went out of bounds. In any case, it's going to stay sorry, not Shiprock. I should never have said Shiprock, but Skyhawk. A long 3 as the buzzer sounds off the side of the rim and is not going to land. And that is going to be the 3rd quarter. That was Yazzie who tried to put it up. But nevertheless, 36-27, your Lady Panthers are down by 9. We'll be back in just a moment for more Lady Panther action right here on HobbsAmerica.com and YouTube.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jow Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
All right, we are back as once again, looks like both sides are healthy as far as no injuries, luckily. And we definitely want to make sure that nobody gets hurt in this tournament. Once again, It is the Citizens Bank of Clovis tournament here in Texico in the high school. We're in the Wolverine gym, which is the older gym. In the sports arena in the second game, which will be happening just after this one at 2:15 for the boys. And they're here right now still watching the girls play. That's what I love about these two teams. They support each other. They've always got each other's backs. So maybe they even learn from each other too and find out what works and what doesn't work. But Coach Gary Simmons, first year here, but not his first time coaching. As we get back into action, we've got Skyhawks going to try to set up their offense and getting to the top of the key, going to the left, actually the right. That's the right. And getting it back to the top of the key, fumbling it a little bit, but was able to get it back was Nelson, who was looking to see about where to pass it. Does pass it inside. Didn't like that, though, and took it back out. Trying to get that three-shot going, and one of them that's doing that is Nelson. She's had 4 this time around inside the paint. Puts up a 2, and that is again for Nelson, unable to get that in. And then a foul call, and that looks like it's going to be for Lindsay, Vicente, who is first time in. So we'll be at the free throw line for the first time as well. First one up and off the front of the rim, no good. Bounces off to the right. And one away, trying to get increase this lead, but so far it's still by 9. One will make it a double-digit lead with 10. Does get it in. And now the game is tied at 37. A quick press, and fortunately that works for them as it gets in the hands of Nelson. Puts it into Yazzie. Yazzie puts it up, but is no good, but it is fouled, and she will go to the line for that shooting effort. She is the second leading scorer, I believe, if not the leading scorer. She has 12.3 points per game. She hasn't gotten anywhere near that yet. First one up is good for Yazzie. She's also 38%. She's the best scorer from three-point range. And to my knowledge, she has not put up one yet. Off the front of the rim, no good. So the score stays at 38-27, 11-point lead for the Skyhawks. But another Skyhawk 3, and that goes off the side of the basket and will not count. Getting it out of Butts' hands. No, actually that was... Anyway, that was Nieto trying to get it to her teammate, and unfortunately a bad errant pass that was meant for Peyton Lujan goes out of bounds, and a turnover, and I'm sorry I didn't get that. But that goes over, and Skyhawks skying that one once again, way off the mark though. She lost her footing along the way for the Nelson, and back the other way quickly. We've got the ball for Lujan, and she stumbles again. Good thing these kids can take a tumbling, as that is going to be another foul. This time, though, it will be a shooting foul, looks like, because they're getting to the line. It's the first for Newcomb and the fourth for Deschelle. So first one is up. It goes everywhere but in, and right now about 500% or 50% is what the Lady Panthers are shooting right now on the free throw line. They need to make a better percentage if they want to get back in this game. Second one though is good, so that will count for Peyton Lujan. Looks like going to have to inbound that again. Something happened and wasn't quite ready. So we're going to inbound it once again for Skyhawks. And the Lady Skyhawks still up by 10. 6:21 remaining in this game. We quickly go back the other way. Nieto 2. Nice pass, nice just to Charisma, but unable to get it, and got the rebound, put it back up, but not before the foul. That was Alexia. So timeout on the floor. We'll take one with it as we get everything set up for the remainder of this fourth quarter. Once again, 38-28 is the score right now.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
Back to action right here as we have a floater shot put up, and it was not good. And that was Lujan. To be more precise, of course, that would be Peyton Lujan. So back the other way, and Skyhawks quickly, looks like they drew a foul against Nieto. Her first. Team's third. Only one against. Actually, that was a shooting foul, so we'll be putting on the line for two is Nelson, who puts that up and misses. And I believe she's only had, actually this may be her first time on for the line, but she does have 4 trays to lead the team. This second one looks like the same shot up front of the rim. And Nieto is the one who was able to get that rebound. And a quick foul, reach in. And that is going to slow down process as Nieto had the ball. But will be the second foul against Skyhawks. As we have Peyton Lujan inbounding it, finally getting it into Nieto. She does cross the timeline. Tries to get it in. Looked like she was taking a shot, but instead she may have passed it. And unfortunately did not get that foul call. If I did, it could have been a shooting foul, but instead it's going to be out of bounds turnover for Jal. And it's going to go back the other way, and that's going to hurt with 5:46 remaining, and they have a 10-point deficit. They need to get back into the scoring. But right now on defense, and finally get the ball back, though. That is Peyton Lujan getting it back the other way and driving across the timeline. Double team, though, and loses the ball as she tries to turn around and get it. And, man, it's a back-and-forth situation with Nieto in. Gets the ball, and nice touch, too, for the two-pointer to drop. And it goes back the other way for the Skyhawks. And they're not really in a big hurry to get back on offense. They're wanting to set it up. 38-30 is the score right now with 5:06 remaining. Still have plenty of time for your Lady Panthers. As this time around, shot all the way across. A risky pass, but still got it across. Gets it back over to the red hot. That would be Nelson, unable to get that three, though, and instead got a player on the floor. He's able to get her back upright. But that is April, who was on the floor. Looks like it's going to go back to Jal. She needed somebody over there to inbound it. Right now, we got the Luhans out there, Peyton and Caden. And it goes to Nieto. Nieto going to drive the lane, get it inside, but unfortunately loses the handle, and that is not going to be for any interference. Just lost the handle, and it would go out of bounds. Another turnover, unfortunately. She was calling for a foul, but nobody called that. As it goes back the other way for Skyhawks. So this second half has not been kind to your Lady Panthers as they're down by 8. They still have time, 4:29. They can still make it right. Just need to get some defensive stops to start against this potentially high scoring. Yeah, usually they score 49.25 a game. Right now at 38, so below their average, but still winning the game. Nice no-look pass back, and that went inside as she tries to drive the lane and gets it, draws the foul to Shell. Unable to get the basket, but does draw the foul. And that is going to be against, I think it's Peyton Lujan, but let me double check. Yep, looks like it's going to be Peyton Lujan, her second. As we are ready to see if Deschelle can get it in. The first one is in. She had, this is her second free throw made. So goes up to 39-30. One more to go with 4:04 remaining. As she puts it up, and it is off the front of the mark, and it is rebounded by Nieto. So she's doing pretty good. If I'd have been kind of could be a double-double for her if she gets it all said and done. Meanwhile, looked like a good shot, but missed it, and that was just a bad, not a bad pass, bad throw to get it up. Now it's on the other side, and looks like it's going to be a foul against. That'll be her third for Peyton Lujan. So already in bonus are the Skyhawks. Your Lady Panthers need 3 more fouls to be able to be in bonus this time around with 3:47 remaining. That shot is good. And once again, that is going to be 1 of 2. We've got 1 more to go. Takes a breath, puts it up, and misses the front. That is going to be for Ba. So 1 out of 2. And that puts the score, it's at 40-30, so 10-point difference right now. We are going back the other way to the Jowl side. So we're back in the front court. Gets a 3 quickly off the front of the rim. Rebounded and put back up again. That was Riviera. Rebounds once again. Actually, this goes to Nieto. And gets it back to the arc. Goes inside, tries to drive the lane, gets it up and in. That was a nice shot. Definitely for Caden Lujan. So need more of those, but need to do it quicker. So we have 3:18 to go. And that is a slippage on both sides. Both players slip and fall down. Not sure. Let's see. They are going to call that a foul on Caden Lujan. And that is going to be her first. But again, teams in bonus for the rest of the game. Unfortunately, that's going to mean that every time there's a foul call, as long as it's not offensive, then they will be going to the line to shoot a 2. 3:10 remaining. And an 8-point difference could go back up to 10 if she makes both of these. And the first one is up and misses off the front of the rim. That is for Deschelle. And that is not going to be what her coach wants to see. That's Nathan Brady. Could call their team the Brady Bunch. They came 426 miles away to be in this tournament for this consolation game. Second one is up and missed it as well. Rebounded by Jowl. And going to get double team, but does put it up. And nice shooter's touch once again. And that is going to be in for Caden Lujan. So timeout quick called by the Lady Skyhawks. We'll take one with them as we get back in a moment for more action. You're here on Jowl Panther Sports.
State Farm agent Mike Guerin is a proud supporter of Jowl Athletics. The game you're listening to is brought to you in part by State Farm agent Mike Guerin. If you have insurance questions regarding auto, motorcycle, home, life, or health, or financial questions like annuities or education savings plans, call 393-4500. Mike Guerin and his staff will not only answer your questions, they'll find you the best program for your insurance needs. State Farm agent Mike Guerin. Se habla español.
Mike Guerin, one of our proud sponsors, and of course we love all of our sponsors for being able to get these on the air and for free as well. Got to remind you, in about 30 minutes we have another broadcast going on. It'll be at the stadium, not a stadium, but the Standard Gym. That's our newer one. This is the old one. And Tucumcari is going to be facing against your Jowl Panthers for third place, so that'll be interesting to watch as well. I'm going to have to get over to the other side once this one is done, so there may not be a post game, but I will definitely make sure that I get some stats for you so that way we can get you caught up on who did what by the end of this game. Nice drive in the lane, but unfortunately fouled. And yeah, that was going to go against Natalie Riviera. Trying to say too many names at once, and that is going to be her fourth, so one more and she's out of the game, but there's only 2:51 remaining, so she probably will stay in the game. Depends on what, of course, Coach Simmons, not happy with the call on that one, as that one goes up and in for Yazzie. That's her third free throw, looks like. 12.3 points is what she gets a game. And then able to get that second one to go in, though, so she missed her first one of the game. Goes back the other way quickly. Let's see if I can catch it. Nieto goes coast to coast, unable to get that in, but does draw the foul. And that is going to be number 4. So one more, and they're going to be in the bonus as well. Also, though, number 4 for Nelson, Wyona Nelson. So one more, and she's out as well. As we get the first one up, and it does bounce around and hits everything, including the bottom of the net. That's all you want to see if you're a Jal Panther fan. One more. That one rattles in and out, though, unfortunately, not like the first one, and so misses the second shot. And it is rebounded by Newcomb. Newcomb puts it up, gets back to 3-point land, and is pretty much kind of stalling right now. With 2:25 remaining. Nice dribbling, though, as it is Deshay loses the ball, and yeah, that's going to be unfortunately out of bounds. It did hit the line as it was nearly in front of me. Riviera, though, doing her best, though, to try to keep that, Nieto doing her best to try to keep that inbounds, but unfortunately with the interference, it does go out of bounds. Turnover for Jal. Back the other way for the Skyhawks. Back inside, nicely done, but we'll get is that going to be a charge or is that going to be a block? That's going to be a charge. So it'll go the other way, but did pay the price for that one. Did stand there and take that hit, and that is Natalie Riviera. So good on her, but it probably hurts her to take one for the team like that. Actually, no, that was a block foul. All right. I thought he called a charge, but either way, it is going to be 2 again in bonus. This time around for Yazzie. She is, on my record, 3 of 4. She just missed her last one, so maybe she'll miss the next one as well. With 2:05 remaining. Still a little bit of breath or life left in this game for the Jal Lady Panthers. Down by 6, now down by 7. 42-35 is the score right now. One more to go. 2:05 remaining, still time, but off the front of the rim and no good, and will be corralled by Nieto. And quickly, unfortunately, that was lost. That was an intercepted pass. Goes back the other way and goes out of bounds as the Coach Brady is over there, still coaching his team. And quick inbound, and looks like that is going to be Jal ball up and in, no good. And that is going to be going back the other way quickly. The shot was put up by Rodriguez, but Charisma could not get that to fall. A nice teardrop, though, and goes in and draws the foul. Unfortunately, that is going to be for Newcomb. And that's going to put her to the line for one as well. Yeah, that is the hot hand, the three-point shooter known as Nelson. And yeah, we had a Nelson shooter a couple years ago at Hobbs. Or did it go in? I thought it went in, but maybe not. Maybe it was called before the foul. In any case, no foul throw, no free throws. Going back the other way quickly after a Jal possession, unable to get it in. But that was nice. Bad pass and all the way trying to get it in. And yes, definitely puts the layup in and gets a timeout as well. That was done by Charisma. Charisma showing a lot of charisma on that one. And now draws it to a 5-point game. 42-37 as we correct our score. We will take a moment to give another sponsor some airtime. Be back in just a moment with more Jal Panther basketball, Lady Panther basketball right here in Texico.
An adolescent alligator is about 10 feet long, depending on climate and diet. you should stay at least one adolescent alligator 10 feet away from power lines. You should probably stay at least one adolescent alligator away from alligators, too. Get more safety tips at excelenergy.com/safety. Excel Energy.
So what do you think they're talking about at halftime, or right now in the huddle, other than the fact that they got a 5-pointer? Now, if they can get a 3, of course, it'd be a 3-possession game, but if they get 3, then it's a 2-possession game. They definitely want to make sure they get a couple of stops. They definitely need it with 1:11 left. They may have to start fouling, but that is per se. First, they're going to have to see if they can get the offense going. And actually, no, they're going to have to get the defense going, as it is Newcomb who's getting the ball first. So they're going to be doing a lot of pressing right now. Quick steal and a putback, and it does roll in. We've got a 3-point game, as that was Rodriguez. Charisma once again showing some charisma, and yeah, definitely some tenacious D going on right now to keep this close. But unfortunately, it goes out of bounds, but still, that charisma too does keep the Lady Panthers in the game. Bad pass, and that is going to go to Nieto quickly to Butts, looks like, and tries to put it in, but is fouled. That is, doesn't matter if it's a shooting foul or not, they're in bonus, as that one is a fouled. Looks like that was Deshelle, and that may be her, yep, that's her 5th, so she is going to have to take a walk of shame to the bench, and looks like she's going to get replaced by Ba Howard. So at the line is Joanna Butts. Hasn't been on the line today and doesn't get the shooter's touch on that one. Bounced around, unable to get it in, and is unable to capitalize on that one. Still one more though, could get it a 2-point game. She puts it up, and it does drop in. So 2 points is all we're looking at right now. Once again, this defense is showing some muscle as they're slowing down the Newcomb. In fact, there it is, another turnover. Nieto has it this time. She's trying to get it over, and does get it to her teammate, dishes it off, and then it's going to be to Caden Lujan. Tries to put up a 3, unable to do so, and is rebounded by Newcomb. It will be a timeout, looks like, on the floor. And we're not going to take this one. It's 32.8 seconds remaining. We've got a tight one here. It's a nail biter, and definitely didn't expect that, but wanted to see that happen, and definitely happy that this time around the defense for JAL has picked up their pace, being able to confuse this 3A Newcomb squad. And yeah, they had 394 points for the season. Again, they traveled 426 miles. They have a neutral record of 5-3, which means they have not played a single game at home yet, while JAL has only played 1 game at home, as you know. And looking forward to, this is the last one of the tournament. This is the consolation game. So winner will be having the consolation trophy, as well as just the bragging rights of being able to come over here and do so well against a 3A team. And I think even if they, at this point, they're doing very well. They're holding their own, and it's definitely going to help them for this season to be able to improve their performance. Right now, let's see who we have there on the floor. We have Nieto, Charisma Rodriguez, along with Caden Lujan. We also have Peyton Lujan, and of course, Joanna Butts, all on the floor waiting for that final 32.8 seconds as inbounded by Newcomb, trying to get that pressure going. Did so, and almost got it stolen, but was taken by Newcomb. Gets it across over to, I think that was Martin or Nelson. And there's a turnover possible, and it will be a backcourt violation. So another turnover right there for Newcomb, and it will be 23.8 seconds left. Still plenty of time for your JAL Lady Panthers to come back and either be able to tie this game or maybe even get in the lead if they get an and one. Quickly though to Nieto. Nieto is going to try to drive lane, get it back over to Butts. Butts is going to put up a 3. It is good. It's nothing but net. And they have a 1-point lead right now with 12 seconds to go. Going across court, being able to get it in, drive it up. Nope, that is blocked. And that is going to be 7 seconds remaining. I do believe it's going to be Newcomb ball still. But a timeout on the floor, and we're going to take one with them. We're going to be back in just a moment. Once again, your Jowl Lady Panthers are up by 1, 43-42. Stick around. It's not done yet.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jowl, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Missed opportunities for the free throw line, and we thought for a moment that it was going to be a struggle to get Jowl to get back. But after a timeout, of course, Coach Simmons said, look, we need to press on this on every play. We need to be able to get back the ball, get those quick turnaround plays, and be able to get in it. We didn't have much time. I think that worked out perfectly. Again, he's got about 7 seconds to go right now, exactly 7 seconds. And he's going to tell the team, we need to protect the ball, but don't make any fouls either, because you don't want to give a chance to get 2 points in for free. So here we go. Getting it in, up and in, but no good. And it looks like it's going to be a tie ball. And no, actually it's going to go to Newcomb with 3.1 seconds remaining. Let me see if that is going to be, nope, not a foul. So nobody's going on the line. So 3 seconds left. And up and in, and man, oh man, that was a tough shot to make for Wyona Nelson, and unfortunately time runs out, and that means that was the winning shot for the Lady Skyhawks, but a very close one indeed for a team that was playing against number 3A. Jowl, of course, is at 2A. So once again, final score, the Jowl Lady Panthers fall for the second time in this tournament, 44-43, and that means they didn't win the consolation prize, but they do at least are able to hold their head up high. They've had a couple of games already this season that have gone with a 1-point loss or a 1-point win, and definitely do not want to say that they did not play their hearts out. Definitely did. Would love to be able to stick around and let you know about this game and what happens. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. We're going to go ahead and get over to the other gym. That game starts in about 15 to 20 minutes. I know we got an airtime at 2:15, so I'm going to try to get over there as quickly as possible. I will find out all the numbers and everything. I'll talk about that during halftime for our other game. But right now, it is all about Lady Jowl basketball, and just coming up a little bit short. Once again, final score, 44-43, and we'll be back over on the other side. So get out of this broadcast here in a second. We'll be going over to the Jowl boys as they face Tucumcari and the Texico tournament, also known as Citizens Bank of Clovis tournament. Be back in just a moment. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, for Evie Stuver, for Tiffany, for myself, Ron Gunner, I want to thank everybody for watching. And once again, hey, come back again because we got more Jowl basketball action coming up here in just a moment.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.